Hey everybody, this is Matthew Trum with Treetop Permaculture, and today I'm building a worm bin here at Homestead on High Street. So I thought I'd show you guys a little what I'm doing. So, doing the old tub method. So I got this nice old bathtub, just a real plain deal here. It's got the one side, it's got the lip on it. The rest is just bare, so it was meant to go in a bathroom that was secured that way. And so what I did first, as guided by the people at the worm farm, is I went ahead and built this like framed up little bottom, so that basically it allows for water to pass underneath here. And so they said that was a pretty important part of the deal. And then now I'm layering it with some sawdust and this pile here, which is a combination of aged horse manure, straw, and a little bit of wood chips that kind of just swept up from around here. So it's basically a partial compost, and we've got a little bit of the mother compost back here that we'll use. This is the more fungal dominant, and that is the more bacterial. So we'll pull from the bacterial pile because these earthworms love bacteria. That's what they eat. And so we'll give you a few little spots in the middle as we're filling it up. What do you think, Titus? Titus, you got worms? Okay, so now I've added one layer of the sawdust and one layer of the horse manure, and this is what it looks like. And I'd like to note, this is how many of the native earthworms I pulled out of just this little bit. I'm trying to grab as many as I can because really they're not supposed to be kind of mixed together. I have the red wiggler worms I'm putting in here, and obviously my yard does not need earthworms. I mean, I get this everywhere, but this is just out of this little bit of they weren't really in the sawdust, but just in the little bit of horse manure that was there rotting down. That's what I pulled out of about 6 scoops pitchforks. And quite a bit of worms. So not really a need here, but it's a way to process food scraps, and I just think good for demonstration. So not everybody has worms like this in their yard, so we'll be making the worm oil or the worm juice and earthworm castings, and I can sell that on. So easier way to contain it all, of course. Okay, now I've added one more layer of the chips or the sawdust. I added another layer of the manure, the horse manure, and now I added the red wigglers. So let me show you what that looks like. I thought I'd add them in here before I put the last layer of sawdust on top. So here's these little guys, and they basically came in this sort of a real fine sawdust or cocoa coir, I think. So all these little red wigglers getting in there to do their thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and spread them out a bit. Give them a good layout on this whole thing, and I think they'll get underneath there and start getting to work. And I'll put down below, or after this, I'll put in the credits what kind of stuff you guys need to feed it and what not to feed your worms. So that's about it. Gonna get a little cover on it for mainly sun and a little bit of rain protection, and we'll be good.